Because of the mysterious disappearance of Honorable Yusuf. Before we go into those details, a body was found and the doctors did a postmortem, and the doctor is present. He'll give us the results for the whole world to know before we comment about it. Daktari.
Thank you very much. My name is Dr. Daniel Zuriel. I'm a pathologist. I've been a pathologist for the last 17 years. And on Monday, the 21st, we traveled with a colleague and the family and the police and advocates and went to Wajir to conduct a post-mortem of a body that had been found 2 days before that in a body of water. We did conduct the post-mortem and found that the subject had died due to injury to the head. We call it blunt trauma to the head. Subsequently, because the body was significantly decomposed and we could not get fingerprints or any other form of identity, it was decided the only way to confirm who it is was to do DNA testing. To do the DNA, then we collected samples from the deceased or the decedent. We did collect samples from the mother of Mheshimiwa and also the brother to Mheshimiwa Yusuf. We delivered the samples. On behalf of the family, I delivered the samples to Kemri. They have a special lab for human identification, and our results came in by the end of yesterday. Thank you. The results indicate that this is not Mheshimiwa Yusuf, because when we compare the genetic makeup of the deceased, did not match with the mother of Yusuf and did not match with the brother. And for control, we checked the DNA match between the living brother of Yusuf or the present brother of Yusuf who is with us and the mother, and it was 99.9%. The conclusion is that the body we had conducted the autopsy was not the body of Mheshimiwa Yusuf. Thank you.
To lay basis over this matter, Mheshimiwa was abducted in Nairobi. There could be no way he could have been taken to Wajir. We pressed in court that an habeas order be issued for the government to produce Mheshimiwa. The eyewitness, the taxi driver, identified that the people who kidnapped Mheshimiwa were armed with AK-47 rifles. The CCTV footages that the family has been looking for, the state has refused to provide those CCTV footages. The police are simply saying they don't have Mheshimiwa. We have demanded for the data of the telephone handsets. The state has refused to offer. When we became so hard in court, they made an application for this court to terminate this matter. We objected vehemently, and the judge agreed with us and said we were to proceed yesterday. On Sunday, the state announced that a body has been found in Wajir. The state hired a chopper took the chief government pathologist. The family hired their own pathologist. DNA tests were done. We appeared yesterday in court and told the court to adjourn. We wait for the results today. Today, the family pathologist has brought results from KEMRI, a government facility. The government has not produced the results. We are putting the government on notice that if they did not bring the results simply because they want to cook the results, we have already the results from KEMRI that are conclusive that Mheshimiwa is not the body that was there. I have very firm instructions from the family that that body was a decoy that was taken there so that it will be that Mheshimiwa is dead and he has been buried. Therefore, the matter becomes an investigation called an inquiry, an inquest. We are not going to take anything small or less than the government to produce, alive or dead. Mheshimiwa, you can see millions of people who have come to Milimani Law Courts in solidarity with Mheshimiwa. We thank very much the two members of parliament who are present. They will also address their people for making sure that peace is prevailing, even at this time when the whereabouts of Mheshimiwa is not clear. Lastly, we urge the Inspector of General Police to produce Mheshimiwa Yusuf alive or dead. Wakili aliyekwenda pale atazungumza kwa Kiswahili.
Kwa majina naitwa Sam Nyaberi. Mimi ni mmoja wa mawakili ambao walienda mpaka pale Wajir na kushuhudia ile operation, postmortem operation ambayo ilifanywa katika ule mwili uliopatikana katika ile bawa ama dam ambalo liko pale Wajir. Ni kwamba tulikuja mahakamani na ikumbuke kwa kwamba Mheshimiwa aliweza kutekwa nyara tarehe 13 mwezi wa Septemba. Sasa imepita kama mwezi na Mheshimiwa hajapatikana. Sasa pale mahakamani ile tumefanya ni kwamba ni maombi ya kusema kwamba taasisi za serikali zimlete Mheshimiwa akiwa hai ama kama amefariki. Na idara ya serikali AG na DPP waliweza kuleta maombi kwamba ile kesi ambayo tuliwasilisha pale mahakamani iweze kusitishwa sababu hawakuwa na chochote cha kusema, lakini koti ikasema kwamba la hasha, lazima kesi iendelee mpaka tamati. Baadaye ndipo Jumapili mwili uliweza kutupwa pale Wajir, ikizingatiwa kwamba kutoka kwamba pande ya serikali kwamba ule ndio ulikuwa mwili wa Yusuf. Lakini chembe zimechukuliwa za huo mwili na pia swabbing ilifanyika katika wale mama wa Yusuf na ndugu wa Yusuf, ambapo imedhihirika kwamba ule mwili uko pale sio wa Yusuf. So pale mahakamani tumeenda tukasema kwamba sisi tunataka kuendelea na kesi ndipo tuweze kupata ukweli kwamba Mheshimiwa Yusuf yu wapi, kwamba ule mwili ulikuwa pale ulikuwa tu umewekwa ili kutufumba macho kwamba ndio mwili wa Yusuf, lakini Yusuf penye popote pale ako ni kwamba tunamtaka, na ndipo maana tumeenda mahakamani kusema kwamba Yusuf lazima aletwe mahakamani akiwa hai ama wamefariki, ndipo tuweze kupata ile protection ya sheria. Kumbuka hivi karibuni tumekuwa na utekaji nyara kwa kiasi kikubwa sana. Watu wanatekwa nyara, baadaye unasikia kwamba hawakupatikana ama miili yao imerushwa pahali ambapo hatuelewi. So ni kwamba tunataka hii kesi iwe ndio ya kulete haki katika na kumaliza ile uhasama ambao imekuja, kwamba utekaji nyara uweze kuisha. Ndipo tutakuwa tunawakilisha hiyo maneno kotini kesho mida ya saa 8, na kumbuka upande wa serikali na mashtaka ulikuwa unasema kwamba wapewe muda zaidi ili waende kuchunguza. Lakini huu uchunguzi umeenda kwa muda sana, na tunasema kama mawakili na kama familia kwamba ukweli udhihirishwe kwamba Yusuf ako pahali na aletwe mahakamani ikiwa ameletwa kutoka pale amefichwa. Hiyo ndio tutakuwa tunaendelea nayo pale mahakamani, ndipo tuweze kumaliza.
I think what I have to say is we are all under the ambit of the modern day Republic of Kenya. This issue of illegal abductions, disappearances, and illegal confinements, which has become the trademark of the Republic of Kenya, and further followed by illegal summary executions, have no place in the modern day Kenya and cannot be an alternative to the rule of law and constitutional order. We as the people of Northern Kenya, we are aware that in the past we have been subjected to such historical mistreatments. But what is shocking and what the perpetrators of these heinous crimes don't know is that we have a new, generous constitution. This constitution cannot be replaced by the actions and activities of a criminal gang operating within the ambit of the security apparatus. And we are putting you on notice. The people of Kenya, and in particular Yusuf and the people he represents, will not be silenced by this cowardly and illegal approach. What we are seeing right now actually is total dilindance of every step that the government is supposed to take. I want to appreciate the community for your alertness, for your determination, for your courage, or for being around and for standing firm with Yusuf, because this, what has happened to Honorable Yusuf can happen to any other person. We just need to ask this question. There can only be two speculations. Yusuf was, I am persuaded, and I'm saying this today, that Yusuf is in the hands of the security apparatus, and the abductors are none other than the government security agencies. You know yourselves, there's nothing to fear. You know yourselves. If that was not the case, from the day of the abduction on 13th September to date, this government has one of the best investigative machineries in the world. Why has the government, through Safaricom, through other investigative means, not brought to the court the details of use of telephones and all the other people that he has interacted with, and the CCTV footage of all the places, from the place where he was alleged to have boarded a taxi to where he was abducted? That clearly indicates that there can be two things. Either the government does not want to investigate, or there is another motive. So what we are asking, that era of oppressive approach, we have gone through the Malkamari massacre, we have gone through the Wagala massacre, we have gone through the Garissa massacre. This incident is not going to silence the people of this region. We'll continue to agitate for our rights. If there is an iota of suspicion by anybody, and the law is criminal responsibility is individual, you all understand it. If there is any allegation against Yusuf, why not bring Yusuf to court? Why dump a decomposed body on a Mashujaa Day when Kenyans ought to celebrate? What was the intention? For people of Wajir to quarrel? To cause mayhem? I think these criminal elements within the system must be dealt with decisively, because they are not projecting, they are not promoting, they are not doing anything good for the people of Kenya, and by extension, the Republic. So I want to thank you, and I want to assure you, they can lie. They have lied yesterday, they have lied the previous day, they have lied today. For how long will they lie? So I want to thank you, and I want to thank also the court for the firm decision that they have made today. And I also want to thank the doctors for, you see, for us, we believe in the rule of law. This doctor, who is a professional, has made a firm conclusion. And we'll go by that, by the DNA results. So anything else that was meant to mislead us, please don't be misled. They have Yusuf in their hands. Let them bring back either as dead or as alive to the community. Any other shenanigan approach, we will not accept.
It's a sad day that we are here because we've come a long way as a country to address matters extrajudicial killings, and especially from the region that we've come from. We've handled many cases like this before, and I'm saddened that these are things that have been existing, and rarely do we get the justice that we deserve. I'm proud that the community has come out. What matters is that we do not remain silent in the face of injustice. We stand with the family of Yusuf, and we stand with the families of every other Kenyan, including that body that was found, whom we don't know who it belongs to. Because if we remain silent, then today it's Yusuf, tomorrow it could be us, especially as leaders. It's happening to fellow leaders like us. It's a concern, and we are not asking for any favor. The Constitution is not a storybook that was written to narrate to us. It was written there to protect the interest of both criminals and the righteous. So we are demanding for quick answers, and we hope that we'll get to see the best feedback that every family is anticipating for.
As human rights defenders, as civil society organizations, and as lawyers, we are extremely dismayed and perturbed by the continued forceful disappearance of Mheshimiwa Yusuf. This is a clear indication of the deteriorating situation of human rights in this country. And what is completely disturbing is that this state of human rights, the deteriorating state of human rights, is orchestrated by government security agencies. What we are witnessing today is a government that is operating, a government that has made its modus operandi to abduct and to engage in extrajudicial killings. This is a situation that we cannot allow to continue to have in this country. As individuals, as Kenyans who respect the rule of law, we have come to court today and have been in court for several days to demand that justice be done to Mheshimiwa Yusuf. If anyone has even an iota of evidence of his wrongdoing, this is where they should bring him. Forceful disappearances have no place in modern day Kenya. And we shall continue to work with the lawyers, with the leaders, with the family and community to ensure that justice is done. And those individuals who are behind these abductions, your days are numbered. Kenya is changing, and we shall not continue to have these kinds of atrocities being committed to Kenyans. And we shall continue to work with everyone until justice is done. Tomorrow we'll be back here in court. We are urging Kenyans to strongly continue supporting the family and the community so that we can show our stand, because tomorrow it's Mheshimiwa Yusuf. Today is Mheshimiwa Yusuf, and tomorrow it shall be you. If we remain quiet when one of us is being violated, tomorrow we will have no one to stand for all of us. So we remain vigilant, and we let the government know that Kenyans shall not again allow their rights to be trampled on by the same security agencies that are supposed to protect them.
Bismillah. First of all, I want to thank the Daktari. Science has proved that the body found in Wajir is not that of Yusuf. Number two, this is a government which came in on the promise that there will be no forced abductions, there will be no extrajudicial killing, there will be no human rights abuses. Today, the fact is that there exists a killer squad within government, the security apparatus, masquerading as multi-agency. That is the name that is being used these days to circumvent the law, the constitution, and to abuse Kenyans left, right, center. We demand, we are not asking, we demand the production of Yusuf in court. We will not relent. We will not slip. We will knock every door. If we do not have respect for the rule of law, then the government is acting like any terrorist organization. I want to take this opportunity to sympathize and pray for other Kenyans who are missing, because I know there are families also who are going through what we are going through. We want, we demand, we request that Yusuf be produced dead or alive.